My hope for this session is that you walk away understanding that MyRotary can help you do your jobs easier. So tonight we're going to look at MyRotary and the club and district administration and Rotary Club Central and some other features of MyRotary. And then we're going to look at the Learning Center. So I just wanted to quickly go through a few things in MyRotary. Now, if you have a dual monitor that you're sitting in front of, feel free to go ahead and follow along with me. I'm just going to pull up this chat here. I'm going to put in the chat an email address, data@rotary.org, because as we're going through this, if you note that you have a problem with your MyRotary, these are the people you're going to email, data@rotary.org. So we've refreshed MyRotary recently, so you're going to sign in or register. If you've not registered for MyRotary before, I highly recommend you do that. You can get so much information, and you'll see in this presentation here what you can get with a login. Now, I do want to caution you, if you've never logged into MyRotary before, be sure to use the email address you have associated with your club. Otherwise, we'll get different email addresses and different accounts, and then we'll get all confused. We could fix it, so it's not to worry. Just have to email data@rotary.org. So we're going to sign in to MyRotary. And when we sign in, as a club member, you're going to see the name of your Rotary club and the name of your district. If these boxes don't appear for you, it means you've created a MyRotary account that is not attached to your club, and you need to email data@rotary.org to get this account turned off and merged with your other account. So this view club here, if you click that, again, you can have access to so many things, and we're going to show you some of those in a minute. And then I just want you to take note of these boxes down here, these yellow and gray boxes, and we're going to go over those in a second. But I wanted to start by sharing this resource here. If you go under resources and reference, knowledge and resources, there's this club and district administration section. Again, I highly recommend, if you've never been in here, check it out, take an hour for yourself, just really explore. If we click this button, and we're going to get to this page, and you're going to say manage my club. And here's all the things you can do on this page. Whoops. You can manage club finances, your club and member data. Now, one of the things I've learned recently, I have a district learning facilitator who works on my team, and she gave me a tip recently that if for some reason Club Runner or DACDB isn't syncing correctly with MyRotary, sometimes it's best to go in and edit your member data in MyRotary and sync it back to your database. That's for some reason, it's working better that way. So that's just a little tip. You can also look at giving and our official directory. On the right here, these FAQ and help, like here you can see how to create a MyRotary account. If you scroll down here, there's tons of things you can use to help you edit your members, add club officers. One of the things that we encourage all of you to do is go into the system when you're president and add your incoming club leaders. A lot of times it's the club secretary that does that. But if we have their information, then we can communicate their resources to them. And so that's really important. And if you're not in the system, we're not communicating with you either. So just make sure that you're in there and you're listed as a club president. So a couple of other tools. So MyRotary is the umbrella, right? That RI headquarters puts out there. It's this umbrella online platform. And under there are these other tools. And then you have your Club Runner or DACDB that's run by other members, and they plug into MyRotary, right? So Rotary International doesn't have too much to do with those vendors that manage your club and help you with communications, but they do plug into MyRotary. Rotary Club Central is where you're going to set your goals. Again, if you're not setting goals, How can you reach them? So this is a place where you can set your goals and track them. Some of the goals auto-populate, and some of them you have to populate, your progress on. And we'll look into that a little bit farther. Grant Center, this is where you're going to apply for a global grant. Membership and foundation reports. Do you want to know how many people in your club have donated to the Rotary Foundation? Do you want a comprehensive list of your members? Click here. On the bottom, Brand Center. How many of you have heard of Brand Center? You can use the raise hand feature. I can see a bunch of you, or just wave. When I was at the in-person PETS and I did this session, I learned that clubs were paying people to develop their club logos and to develop brochures and materials for them. If you click on the Brand Center, you don't even have to log into MyRotary to get into the Brand Center. So if you can't even get into MyRotary, you can still get into the Brand Center. And you can design your own club logo. And you can change the color scheme on it. And you can change where the club logo, where the name of your club lands on the image. You can create brochures and all kinds of stuff that you can download to your own computer and then print them out. So if you are paying somebody for this kind of stuff, I would highly recommend checking out the Brand Center and seeing what kind of resources you can get from there. The Learning Center is the platform that my team oversees, and so I will get into that a little bit more detail. But finally, we have Rotary Showcase. This is where you're going to report your service projects. We would love, in an ideal world, for everybody to tell us what they're doing in their service projects. How many hours, how many people did you have helping you? How much money got donated to do this service project? For one day, we hope to be able to say collectively, our members, we fundraise this amount of money and we spent this many hours doing community service with this many volunteers globally. So anything that you can do to get into Showcase and report on what your club is doing next year would really be great to, help us move towards that goal of getting a global idea of what everybody collectively is doing. And feel free, if you have a question, pop it in the chat. Rotary Club Central. Again, this is where you're going to set your goals. You might go in here and the first thing you're going to want to do is check the year here. So this is 23-24. And if you just scroll over one, you'll get to 24-25. You shouldn't be able to do anything in this year, but in next year, you should be able to do something. And again, if you're not able to do something, it might be because you're not listed as an incoming club president in the database. Again, that's really important because if you're listed as the incoming club president, then you get access to certain things. And so you can check out the 3 different years of goals, and then you can set your own goals. Here is what it's going to look like when you're setting your own goals, right? Like here's the goal is 22. You can come in here and change that goal. And then later you can report on the achievement of that goal. There's a lot of goals here and they live on these tabs. You see, this is the enhanced participant engagement tab. There are 4 tabs: increase our impact, expand our reach, and increase our ability to adapt. Or you can see them all at once. And you don't have to select every goal. You can select the goals your club wants to work on. There's too many goals. So the idea is not to set a goal for every single thing in here, but you want to use it for your club database. You can see trends and you can get resources to support your goals. So the other thing is, if you set a certain number of goals, you're going to earn the Rotary citation at the end of the year. This is going to start being called the Club Excellence Award. I would say 6 to 10 goals is plenty. I believe there's something like 20 something goals in there. So definitely find 6 to 10, maybe 1 in each of these areas. What do you want to work on as a club? You get to decide. So then once you're done setting your goals, we have the Learning Center. So If you log into the Learning Center for the first time, you're going to hit, if you hit the page that looks like this is the non-member page. It just means, again, your MyRotary account got connected to a not a club account. And so now we just have to fix it. And that data at rotary.org is going to be there to help you. And if you've taken some courses already, no worries. I can help you merge it later. It's not a problem. But this is for like just simplicity for our non-members. This is for our members. We have course catalogs by topic. So all these boxes are different catalogs of courses. And for club officers, you're going to click on this club leadership learning plan or catalog up here. And once we click on that, you're going to have a catalog of learning plans here. Club President Basics and Club President Intermediate. It's not up here, but there is 2 for Club Presidents. And then you can see you have Club Membership Committee, Club Admin, Club Foundation, Club Public Image and Club Service, Club Treasurer, and Club Secretary. So all of your club officers should be coming in here to take their courses. Now, as of this year, the board has said that presidents, secretaries, and treasurers are required to come in here and take their courses. Now, I know some of you are repeat presidents, some of you have been in Rotary for a very long time. What I really encourage you to do is log on to MyRotary, get into the Learning Center, enroll in your learning plan, and look at what's there. And one of the courses that I always like to promote is the Preventing and Addressing Harassment course. This course is available for all members. If somebody experiences harassment and then reports it to you as a club officer, you have a responsibility to do something, and what your responsibility is outlined in that course. So I highly, highly recommend you look through the topics and see what you need. If you don't think you need all of them, feel free not to take them, but we really want you to understand that your resources are here and where they are. And you might not need them until you're in your office. So, you know, just take a look at them and see what's important to you. So if we clicked on the Club President Basics Learning Plan, this is what you're going to see here. And these are all, everyone tells me these are locked, but they're not locked. They're just a preview. If you want to enroll in these, you have to click the enroll button in the top right corner here. And once you do that, that's going to open up the courses for you. Now, you might log into a learning plan and enroll in a learning plan, and you can see that I've already completed some of these, like this one's completed and this one's in progress. The first one's in progress. If you've completed any courses outside of the learning plan, they might just show up as complete here. So that's less you're going to have to take. And it's a really great way to know that you don't have to keep reading the same information over and over. The system tells you with these check marks if you read it before or if you haven't. So that's really helpful. And the other thing we'll do is put in our course description when we update the content, so you know when we've updated it. So if I click on one of these boxes, it's going to take me into a course. And so on the right here are all my materials. And these I've clicked on, but I haven't read them yet. Every course we have has a course evaluation. When you click the word course evaluation, the check mark is going to show blue. Do not feel like you must respond to every course evaluation. However, if you think we are completely off with our content, or there's a problem with the technology, or something's wrong with the course, we want to hear about it. And this evaluation is specifically attached to this course. So that's going to help us filter where the problem is exactly. So don't feel like you have to respond to all of them. And once you're done with this course, you just click this little blue arrow up, and it will take you back to the list of all the courses, and you can select the next one. Has anyone taken any of these courses? You can put in the chat if you've taken them, what your thoughts are. If they, you know, what's in here is basic, right? And so the idea is we're creating content for a global audience. So we're using global English. We're trying to account for all the regional differences that come with Rotary globally. And we're using our policy statements and trying to translate those to be a little bit more friendly. So this is really basic information, and what we're doing here in in-person events and live events is hopefully to get a little deeper into some of the regional issues that you're all facing. So a couple people have done this, so that's great. It's good to see. And then we, in one of our courses called Get Ready Club Presidents, we have a Preparing to be a Club President graphic. And this was really built just to show you that it's not a one-stop shop where you're going to learn everything. There's so much to learn, I'm sure you're realizing. It's not just going to the online courses or coming to the in-person or live events, but working with your predecessor, assessing your club, looking around, working with others, making a plan, setting goals. Those are the kinds of things that are going to help you prepare for the year. We also offer some skill development courses in our Learning Center. And one of them that I really wanted to point out were these Toastmaster courses. We have 8 Toastmaster courses that were built by Toastmasters International. For us, they're small. I don't know if any of you have been a Toastmaster before, but this could be an interesting club program if you have a younger club or you have a club that really wants to practice their professional speaking skills. For example, we have courses like Develop a Speech and Deliver a Speech. And just like the Toastmasters club, you would take this course, write a speech, and then deliver it. You could possibly deliver it in your club and have your club members give that person feedback on how they did in their speech. If that is a club program that a group of you want to do, it could also be a side program. But that is something that's available to you all on the Learning Center. The Learning Center is available on mobile. If you've never been to the Learning Center before, mobile is not going to work for you. Kind of like mobile doesn't work for most things if you've never been there before. Like you can't create a Facebook account on your mobile device. But once you use your desktop or laptop to get into the Learning Center once, then you can start learning on the go. And you'll have to download this app called GoLearn. But the trick is you are never, ever going to click on the app. That's a really hard thing to remember, and I'm trying to get this fixed. It's just taking me a really long time. But there are instructions on the page that are going to pop up when you log in and click Learning Center. And if you haven't downloaded the app yet, you're going to click No. It's going to take you to your App Store or Google Play. You're going to download the app, and you're going to come back to Google Chrome on this page and say Continue to the Learning Center. And this is what you're going to see here, this course catalog. Again, I highly recommend trying it, exploring it. You're not going to break anything. You can click around the Learning Center as much as you'd like. If you need assistance, we are here for you. In addition to myself, there's also a team of members that are called Club and District Support. And if you look on the website, you can find Club and District Support Representative. You can type in your district and it'll give you 2 people's names. And they're really great with policy questions. Do you have some issue with a couple of members? You have some kind of a conflict or question about your bylaws? They are really great resources. And if you don't remember that, you can also just reach out to the support center and they're going to direct your question to whoever it needs to go to. As I mentioned before, data@rotary.org is going to help you fix your MyRotary profile. I will say, if anyone's having trouble logging into MyRotary and you go to the Need Help and then say Forgot Password, you're going to enter your email and the email is going to then take you to a link where you're going to respond to your security question. I want you to be patient with your security question because I'm pretty sure that security question is case sensitive. So when you created the answer to that, if you use capital letters where they would normally be, then it might work. Maybe you didn't though. If it's not working the first time, try all small letters. So play around with that a little bit, because I do think that that is case sensitive. And then if you have any questions or concerns about the Learning Center, reach out to learn@rotary.org, and my team will be able to respond and help you anything you run into.